Tonight on Breaking Truth Network, another round of self-deportation, this time at Nashville International Airport. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem just rolled out a controversial migrant exit program, paying migrants to leave. But the backlash? It's explosive.
They still have the opportunity to self-deport, to go back to their country. Right now, we're buying plane tickets for people to go back to their home countries. And also when they land, we give them $1,000. And then they get the opportunity to come back the right way. That is still the very best option for everybody who's in this country illegally. And that would be my hope, is what they would do.
This headline-making policy offers one-way tickets, $1,000 cash payout, all funded by taxpayers. The administration claims it's a compassionate deportation, but critics call it human trafficking and a slap in the face to migrant rights. Enter State Representative Justin Jones, a Nashville lawmaker barred from the event. According to him, Secretary Noem's visit falls flat when hundreds of Hispanic neighbors were arrested in his district just weeks ago by masked ICE agents.
Well, good morning. It's great to be with you all. Unfortunately, on Thursday, Secretary Noem came to my district, House District 52. The Nashville International Airport is in that district, and chose to do what she does best: waste taxpayer money with this stunt, this spectacle, this photo op. Instead of being a serious secretary willing to engage in bipartisanship and answer questions. In the beginning of May, 196 members of my community were snatched by masked ICE agents in the dark of night during racial profiling traffic stops in a joint operation with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. A majority of those people, DHS has admitted, were convicted of no crime, charged with no crime, had no criminal record, but yet they want to paint everyone as being criminal. When what is criminal is this violation of equal protection under the law. What is criminal is racial profiling. What is criminal are these constitutional attacks that are targeting communities of color, as my district is the most diverse district in the state of Tennessee, and that's where the majority of these raids and arrests and mass harassment of traffic stops occurred. And she refused to answer, as she does best. Instead, she chose, her press secretary, her communications director chose to have me removed preemptively, even though the Secret Service, the Metro Police for the airport, and the airport authority staff allowed me into the press conference, as I usually come to events in my district, including in the airport.
Jones says when he pressed for answers, security escorted him away. His crime? Asking where his constituents are, unidentified, detained, or disappeared.
The Trump administration has specifically targeted the worst of the worst. The individuals that we are going after are those that are violent criminals, those that are breaking our laws, and those that have final removal orders.
My audience is predominantly Latino, so they kind of every day say they're fearful because a lot of people have been targeted based on their skin color, not necessarily.
That is not true. And so that has been another false narrative that has been put out there in the media that I absolutely want to throw back at you and say that is absolutely false, and don't you dare ever say that again.
That shrill retort triggered outrage, especially in the state known for founding the KKK. Now lawmakers and community members are demanding transparency from ICE, racial profiling investigations, and a pause on what's being called airborne deportation incentives. Despite official DHS statistics, Jones and advocates say the majority of those arrested aren't criminals, just hard-working residents pulled over for minor infractions, never to be seen again.
I think people are thinking the worst. People are literally terrified, where you have people being told that they've been lost in a system, and we don't know if people are being deported to other countries. Now we know that people are being sent to foreign prison camps. They're being threatened with this cruel, they like to call it alligator Alcatraz, but I call it crocodile concentration camp, because it's an extrajudicial place to detain people without due process, without their rights respected. And we're selling merch. This is a very sick nation right now. And I think what we have to say is that the secretary was only willing to release 5 names out of hundreds because she wants to portray everyone as criminal. But we know that the majority of people being arrested are not criminals, or have never been charged with a crime, are law-abiding citizens, and yet they want to say that you are not welcome here because of the color of your skin and because you speak another language or you come from somewhere else. Well, Noem does not sound like a Cherokee or Choctaw or Shawnee named came to me, which means her people came from somewhere too. And we have to remind these folks that they are too immigrants. And so if they want to really, lift up this politics of terror, take down that lady in the harbor and put up something different, because this is not a nation that's welcoming to all people anymore, or to immigrants. And what I'm so terrified of is that these are people who literally were crying in our office saying, we don't know where our cousin is, we don't know where our daughter is, can you get questions? And we're trying to get answers from elected officials, and instead, they refuse to give us accountability. And so I want to say that we deserve answers, we deserve accountability, and we deserve a whole lot better than Kristi Noem in this nation.
Many have reportedly been shipped to facilities like Alligator Alcatraz, nicknamed crocodile concentration camps, with little regard for due process. This isn't a Nashville problem, it's a national crisis, and a spotlight on the clash between immigration enforcement and civil liberties. Policies like self-deportation payouts are fueling a toxic mix of racial profiling, political theater, and data exploitation. So, does paying people to leave solve anything, or just worsen it? Is this policy a fair exit program, or a coerced, shameful deportation scheme? Now's the time to ask, does America still protect the rights of all, or only those with paperwork? Drop your thoughts below. Should the government pay migrants to self-deport? What happened to the people arrested, criminals, or everyday families? Is this policy honest or exploitative? Like, subscribe, and share to keep the coverage real. This is Breaking Truth Network. We expose what others won't show you.